All right, everybody, what's going on? This is we're at the end of day 2 of PAX East 2025. We had a blast, and now let us tell you about these 2 days. Just the brief one. Rob's going to work on a bigger, long-form one. He did some artsy B-roll for while we were driving down the road. But to recap our 2 days here, because last time we only did one and we rushed it, and we didn't really get to experience a whole lot because, like I said, we rushed around the whole time for the 1 day.
Yeah.
But so real quick, day 1, we get here 8 a.m. We arrive at the Boston Convention Center, and Rob and I dolled ourselves up in the parking lot and got ready to walk for the day.
Brushing teeth, mouthwash,
Yeah.
everything right there in the parking lot.
So we get in, get our badges. Rob got a nice 4-day upgrade for free because they messed up his badge order. So, but we get down there into the entrance, and we were about halfway down
on line
in
A.
In line A, the first line. And the reason we tell you this is we beelined it straight for the Bandai Namco tent. And even with the few amount of people in front of us, by the time we got there, we were too late. They had already given out all the tickets that day for the Night Rain event. So we go on over to Crimson Desert. Same thing. We didn't get shooed away because they ran out of tickets. They had a maximum line wrapped all the way around. And they said, we cannot have you stand past this line. So anybody past that line, please move along for now. So then we go over to Funcom for Dune MMO beta. Same thing. We got shooed away because the line built up too much. So we were walking by, and Ocean Drive Studios, on the one side they had 3 PCs set up. So Rob and I stopped to play a little game called Eidolon's Veil of the Witch. And oh my God, beautiful game. It is a top-down strategy RPG with voice acting, beautiful clean art. It's roguelite. And so usually with your strategy RPGs, there's class systems. They changed it to a armor system. You do bonus damage based off of what weapon you use against armor types. Yeah. Which I thought was really fun.
Yeah, overall, it was a really, really fun game.
Yeah.
You know, if you want some more on that, in our full video, we'll go into a bigger review on it. But yeah, it was definitely extremely fun.
So once Rob and I finished up there, I noticed these familiar castle walls with a very certain ship nesting on top of those walls.
Mind Flayer.
Yep, the Mind Flayer ship from the reveal movie or the reveal trailer for Baldur's Gate 3. So I said, there's Larian, and we're gonna go there.
Yeah.
I went in there and I found something that they had on sale on their menu, which I was a little surprised about to find mixed in with t-shirts and beanies.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 limited edition. Up yours, Facebook Marketplace people. I'm not paying you $400 for it.
And that's another video that we'll have for an unboxing, everything that came with that.
Very short unboxing. It's going to be a TikTok and a short, but I've had so much fun with Baldur's Gate. I just wanted to show it off. So we got done there. Rob and I made our second trip outside to Starbucks to get more coffee since we drove all night. Finally, we get back down there, and we have a spot in line for Crimson Desert, who our buddy Luke was gushing about that game.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I felt the same way playing it.
Yeah, very good. But you know, I really like the presentation that they did. You know, it was like they took you in a brief video, and then you got to play the game.
Yeah. And in the presentation, they gave you a brief breakdown of the bosses, as
a little bit of lore,
a little hint of, hey, this combo is a little more effective against this boss.
Yeah. So, you know, real in depth. Really enjoyed that. And then after that, we went and we jumped, which was right next to it, really.
Yeah.
Back in line at Funcom for the Dune Awakening MMO trailer. gameplay.
Yeah.
And
interesting thing, once you get through that first queue for it, you get put into a second queue, because this game is so massive that they have 5 categories for you to get in line to play. You had survival, PvE, building, ship controls, and the 5th one was
Imperial.
No, the Imperial was the ship.
Well,
where
yeah,
you could fly around in the ship.
building, crafting,
That was it. Yeah. So you got put in a second queue for one of those 5 categories. They had 1 spot open for PvE. I told Rob, peace out. I'm gonna go do this, because he wanted to do survival as well as 90% of the other people there. But it was nice for us that we could experience different portions of the game.
Yeah.
Really fun, very clean and beautiful game. Runs smoothly. Could have also been because of the PCs that they had set up under there, but we don't know what it was because it was all closed off. So after that, we went to, oh man.
So after we did that, that's when we just kind of started walking around and looking through it, all the different
we went
vendors
and checked out Alienware.
Yeah, checked out Alienware. We checked out, well, that was day one. We checked out, there was a bunch of custom controller manufacturers, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and I find it funny that we found 3 different stores selling
the same exact Nuka Cola controller.
Yes, a lot of the controller skins that they were selling, they were, like Rob said, the Nuka Cola controller skin for Xbox.
Yeah,
I saw it at all 3 stores. So, okay.
Yeah, we walked around. At that point, we were pretty tired, and that's where we called day 1.
Yeah.
So
day 2, after 2 days of no sleep and these blackout curtains that they use, when I finally woke up at 8 a.m. After 10, 11 hours of sleeping, I realized that it was after 8 o'clock.
And
when I rolled up the curtain to see the sun was out, and I went, oh shit, Rob.
We groggily woke up, scarfed down some breakfast, got the equipment back together, and by the time we got out of here, it was about 9 o'clock, and we hightailed it back down to the convention,
where we sat in line because it was Saturday. Oh, I mean, traffic moves so slow getting through that parking lot. I eventually kicked you out and told you walk through the parking lot.
I grabbed the gear, ran through the parking lot.
Because the highlight thing for Saturday, and I'm so glad that Rob made it up there.
Yeah.
The Magic the Gathering and Final Fantasy collaboration.
And, again, watch full video for more details, but I will say we saw some pretty amazing stuff.
Oh my God, dude.
Beautiful artwork.
I'm not a Magic player at all. We left that presentation and I said, I'm learning that game.
And it was, we got to see beautiful artwork. We got to sit down with a great panel and just, really experience a lot of the fandom that goes with both Magic and Final Fantasy. So all in all, I think it did a great job.
Oh yeah.
Boosting hype for this and, just getting us psyched to go into it.
And Ben Starr pulled a Yoshi P. So anytime Yoshi P announces an expansion for Final Fantasy XIV, he has on some kind of clothing attire for it. By the end of the panel, when they did the final card reveal for Final Fantasy 16, and yes, they went through all 16 Final Fantasy games for this, Ben pulled off a jacket to reveal that he is wearing the Clive Rossfield card, front and back.
Yeah.
Both sides of the shirt, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then he kind of yelled for a couple seconds about how he was sweating through that jacket the whole time.
So yeah, I mean, that presentation really, it kicked off our day.
It also ate a huge chunk of that day.
It did, because of getting in line and, we literally, from the time we got there until 2 o'clock, 4 hours.
Oh yeah.
But it was well spent.
It was.
So after that, we went back down on the floor and we wanted to do a little bit more of the interaction with you know, some of the manufacturers there, you know, Intel, Alienware, Samsung, Lenovo, PNY.
We didn't make it back to Atari though.
We didn't make it back to Atari,
but that's fine. They had those platformer type games just aren't me.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, so you know, we did some more in depth with them. Did a couple raffles, you know, and I mean it was really cool.
And we watched. Was it 2 kids?
Yeah.
Beat the YouTube streamer.
Yeah.
At PUBG Mobile.
Yeah, at the Samsung booth because they had a contest going on. You know, beat the streamer and win $250, and they did.
I'm gonna go out and say he pulled punches on those kids.
yeah, he had the little like backbone controller.
Yeah.
But all in all, you know, I think it was very well handled. And I gotta say, I really did enjoy interacting with other gamers, geeks like us.
Yeah, it's the first time I ever got to nerd out about Final Fantasy stuff with somebody other than you.
Well, yeah.
In line with great guy that we met standing in line. We all nerded out about JRPGs for a while. So.
Yeah. But yeah, and then at the end of the day, you know, we're getting ready to wrap things up. It's about 5:30, and I get a message on my phone going, "Yo, are you still here?" From our buddy El Jefe.
Yes.
Phoenix.
Big
Poppy. And you know, he's a streamer buddy of ours that we've been friends with for a while. And he used to live in Texas, moved to Chicago. We were trying to link up, you know, since COVID, really.
Yeah, I mean,
and we finally got to meet him, you know. So shout out to Big Poppy. Good seeing you, bud. And
great meeting you, buddy. Well, face to face for the first time.
Yeah. You know, it's funny streaming. You see them, you talk to each other face to face all the time with computer screens.
Yeah.
But you know, I actually got to, you know, give him a handshake, give him a hug, and just be like, "What up, man?"
Yeah.
So
he was there on business with a Latin Guild.
The Latin Guild, yeah.
Latin Guild. Shout
for
out
Twitch,
to them.
yeah.
Yep.
So you know, awesome there. And then that was pretty much what ended our day today.
Yeah. So, but they gave out some swag, some merch.
Yeah, we got some good stuff from.
They gave out to everybody for the Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy event. Everyone got a random poster, which they had to go around and tell people to stop getting out of line because everybody was trying to poster trade, and we got decks.
Yeah,
They gave you starter decks, 2 decks in a box, and it's just, you know, 2 people can sit down and learn to play.
Yeah. So I mean, it was really cool for that.
Yeah.
You know, Alienware gave away some stuff. Everybody was really giving away stuff. You know, little things just to, like, hey, look, I got something from you guys. But yeah, you know, again, awesome time. To be honest, I think we still needed 3 days.
Yeah, we definitely still needed 3 days.
We added another day onto this trip.
We completely skipped over something. We stopped and talked to Wormwood.
Oh yeah. So we stopped and we talked to Wormwood real quick. Got some good details on a gaming table. We'll get, like I said, we'll get more into that. You know,
yeah.
But really cool guys, really have gamers at heart. And just talking to them really put that's at the forefront.
Oh yeah.
So if you want more information on that, again, watch the full-length video that's forthcoming next couple of days.
Rob's artsy B-roll.
But all in all, like I said, great time. Didn't have enough time. Next year we're going 3 days, if not all 4.
You know what? We might as well just do all 4.
Right. But yeah, great time.
Excellent time.
Anything to add?
Nope.
All right. Well, on that note, I'm going to get back to editing, get that full length out for you guys so you can see all the cool stuff we saw. And in the meantime, we'll catch you at the WarpPoint.
Later.
I don't know. It was like the old school send off.
How long?
15.